We recently retired our old table and the chairs. They never looked like a perfect match or pride of an interior designer, but served the purpose for almost 12 years, and we were glad having them. They got some usual wear and tear marks, nothing too special, just some stains and scratches here and there, and started to wiggle. And we could really live with that. But the table had a trouble in disguise. The gaps where the extension parts are meeting. If somebody had spilled the beverage, it would unstoppably run through one of those gaps right away on the floor. There were no way to prevent it. And I tend to spill something quite often. For almost 2 months, we are enjoying completely different style set. And its colors are in better balance with the rest of interior. Somebody asked me how we have chosen this color palette for our home, so I thought shifts in the dining area might be a good introduction to this topic. And of course, a little bit later I will show you what we got instead of old table. But before, briefly about our interior color choices. Are you familiar with the interior design rule 60-30-10? This rule helps when you are creating a color palette for your space. It states that 60% of the room should be a dominant color, the easiest is to go with some neutral. 30% should be the secondary color or texture with a little bit more intensity, and the last 10% reserved for an accent, where you can make a color splash. Sounds easy when you are owning the place and can begin from scratch. But if you, like we, are renting, you have to play the cards you're dealt. So we could choose only the wall color, and we asked for a white, because first, it goes with everything, and the second, it reflects the light, as except for the summer, bright and sunny weather is not common thing here in Luxembourg. The things what we couldn't choose were the floating yellowish wood tiles in bedrooms and unanthracite color ceramic tiles in the rest of the apartment. And yet these stone window sills. Beige, grey. So those and some furniture, but later about them, were the starting points where we had to begin from. So we stuck with white for a dominant color in our space. But it's not so that we were running with the calculator in the hand for the right proportions. Still, it's a real life and not a showroom. The secondary color in our home is grey in different shades. But for instance, in our bedroom, grey color and amber shared probably in equal proportions. And also we already had an oak bed frame. The floor were there, and so we added only the soft grey in beddings and the lampshades. It might look a little bit boring for somebody, but this is exactly what you need to get sleepy. Therefore, our bedroom has the most calming color palette in our home. Those who are following my videos probably are familiar with our orange settee with almost black wooden parts. Yes, the dust loves it. My husband got it from his mother, who got it from her mother, who got it from her mother, and one more mother was the first one who purchased it after it was made in Wien, 1880. The orange upholster is probably 40 years old now, and it really needs an upgrade, but I still can't decide for the color. We spread it piece by piece all around the apartment. But when we ran out of the rooms, the biggest concentration, we moved into the home office because it looks quite in place next to my husband's grand piano. The idea for this room was to keep all black and white, just like piano touches. But with the orange together, we completely ignored also the rules of proportions and paid attention on keeping just those three color scheme, equally distributing them. I was avoid of adding more bright accents to prevent the space from being too hectic. We have chosen white shelves from IKEA, complemented with randomly incorporated black doors and the drawers. And also some orange details like storage boxes to combine it somehow with the settee. The tiles for the documents we also arranged following black and white idea. An old handmade desk which we are using for the office. I painted white 8 or 9 years ago. Oh, and we also framed this music piece. Its look is 1,000 times better than the sound. Unplayable, if you ask me. But it's black and white, just like piano touches. The white is also dominant color in our living room. We've got white Billy shelves for a rider blend with the walls and give the stage to the books and other room decor. Side note: have you ever thought that not all whites are the same? Funny, isn't it? The renting places in Luxembourg are equipped with the kitchen cabinets and appliances. Thank you, Luxembourg! So here also was already the kitchen installed, with white and burgundy cabinets and the light grey countertop, splitting those two colors. Integrated appliances like elsewhere are black and steel. It's exceptionally my domain, and I stuck to neutral color palette for all bites and pieces, leaving the show to the food. We need a lot of neutrals to balance the burgundy. You might ask, for what the heck we got the burgundy sofa then? You see, the things in interior need a friend. And we went for a huge friend. One more side note. If you are like me, a dark wash jean fan, the darker color sofa suffers much less discoloration from it. The color scheme here is white, red, grey. This pillow drew like a chart summed up the color palette of this space. To scale down the dominant burgundy, and also for the coziness, I have chosen white and grey throws with dark red details. We placed bright neutral looking rug next to the sofa. It also adds more light to the space and makes a mini shadow play because of its texture. On the opposite wall, we brought also a part of old settee. It's neither very comfortable for sitting nor easy for keeping clean. And as I am also not very fond of its color, been always keen to make it somehow less visible, making efforts to add something on it and put it down. Now I'm trying these blue-green accessories around, and so far I like it the most. The book colors have also very strong impact to the color palette. I grouped them by color and some just turned with the white sides facing the room. It's maybe not everyone's cup of tea, but definitely mine. Here and there, I let few navy or blue details. The blue is my favorite color ever, and I'm always finding an excuse to incorporate at least some little touch of it. And it is also such an easy color to combine with the others, so I definitely love it. Interior are timber pieces. I love it because the bare wood is instantly softening and warming up any space. So it's our new table. I had some conditions for it. It should be the light color oak, that it would go with the rest, rectangular for 6 persons, streamline, seem light and elegant, and without stupid looking legs. I know, very particular, but also nothing unrealistic. It took just whooping 3 years looking all over, but we found our table and those gracile chairs in the furniture shop in our town. We were hesitating whether to get white chairs, but the table has black colored connecting parts, like a part of design which couldn't be changed, and the white chairs next to it looked faulty. We checked. So we went for the chairs with the black details. And as longer we're having them, more I'm loving them. It mirrors the colors of our old furniture, and the oak timber combined with black color makes such a precious combination and the perfect contrast to the white part of the kitchen cabinets, but not dominating. And few words to price the chairs. They have a little bit longer legs than our old ones. My husband and I are both tall, and in our case it makes a huge difference. Those chairs are not cheap, but it's a great value for money. I love that probably the most minimalistic look possible. But despite the look, those chairs are incredibly sturdy. The oak seats are sitting in some kind of shell. In the center of this shell, they are attached with a gondola plus joint. I don't know exactly how it works, but micro movements, because we are never sitting completely still, protect the spinal, and for 6 weeks I'm enjoying its slightly swinging. Really very, very interesting feeling. So to wrap it all, the decisions for the colors in our space came up with what we already had, adding what we are loving and enjoying. They are following us from room to the room in different amounts. And even though I'm tending to minimalism, I love living in colorful home. I hope you too. Yes. I'm still figuring out how it works video editing program on PC after a year of editing on my smartphone. So please bear with me, and I see you in 2 weeks, either on Thursday or Saturday. Thanks for watching. Greetings from Luxembourg. Adi.